Alright, we're back.
Be careful! The Forsworn are just protected.
It's Briar Hearts. They are basically enchanted people by the Hag Ravens. They don't exactly have...
Eyes open for traps. Old ruins like this are usually filled with them.
They don't exactly have minds of their own anymore. Their hearts are literally replaced by those weird little flower things.
These pillars must have something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You have the symbol for king and warrior, and of course the symbol for Dragonbane. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom. Yes, that's it. The symbol on the pillar on the left.
Whatever you did, it worked. Let's see what those old blades left in our way.
Huh?
Where are you going?
Wait!
Why are you stopping?
We should be careful here. See these symbols on the floor?
Esbern's right. Look like pressure plates.
We'll cross once it's safe. Be careful.
Oh gosh! Ah!
Let's move.
Yes, I think we must be close to the entrance.
Was that some sort of healing spell?
There we go. Goodness. You tell me to stop triggering traps. My goodness.
Remember to check behind you every once in a while. Who knows what might try to sneak up on us.
Wonderful. Remarkably well preserved.
Ooh, restoration. Yeah.
Here's the blood seal.
Blood?
Another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood.
You.
Your blood, Dragonborn.
Excuse you.
Look
Try
here.
dripping blood
You
onto
see
the
how the
carving
ancient
on the
blades
floor.
revered Reman Cyrodiil? This whole place appears to be a shrine to Reman. He ended the Akaviri invasion under mysterious
If you need
circumstances.
help drawing
Recall?
some blood, let me know.
Oh, you're offering
After
to
the
spill my
so-called
blood.
Battle of Pale
I
Pass,
appreciate that,
Akaviri went
Delphine.
into his service. This was the foundation stone of the Second
Esbern's
Empire.
probably right. Try using your blood on the carved seal on the floor.
I get it. I don't wanna.
Gods above, what are you waiting for?
Amazing, eh? To be standing at the very entrance to Sky Haven Temple itself.
Don't worry, I have my own freaking knife. Fine. But yeah, Riemann,
Esbern's probably right.
I forgot his
Try
last name,
using
but
your
either
blood
way,
on the carved seal on the floor.
he was the first Dragonborn that the Akaviri came across in Tamriel. The Akaviri came from another continent from
above, what are you
across
waiting
the
for?
ocean. But yeah, he was the first Dragonborn that they met, and that's where they became the Blades instead of the Akaviri.
Try
Anyway,
dripping blood onto the carving on the
I
floor.
got it.
That's done it. Look, it's coming to life.
Don't stand.
Here's the entrance. After you, Dragonborn. You should have the honor of being the first to set foot in Sky Haven Temple.
There's no telling what we might find inside. Almost entirely intact. Amazing. You can see how the Akaviri craftsmen were building.
Dragonbane. Yes. Usually if you don't get it now, then you can't get it later, ever.
Let's see what's up ahead.
Divine smile on you, friend. Let's get going then.
Isn't it amazing? Ah, thank you. Excellent. Now, where were we?
I guess they do take their time.
Shaw's bones. Here it is. Alduin's wall. So well preserved. Huh? I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Akaviri sculpture and relief.
Esbern, we need information, not a lecture on artistry.
Yes. Let's see what we have. Look, here is Alduin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the wall. You see, here is falling from the sky, The Nord Toms, masters of the voice, are arrayed against them.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Ah, patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory and mythic symbolism. Yes, yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice.
What do you have against the Greybeards?
If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin?
That's
No.
not their place.
And they're afraid of you, of your power.
No, they're not.
Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
Well, he wasn't exactly a Greybeard. He was a Dragonborn. There's a difference.
Only if you don't know how to use it. All the great heroes have had to learn to use their power. Those that shrank
And how to
from their
control
destiny.
it. Anyway.
Well, you've never heard of them, have you? And there are the villains, those that misused their power. There's always a choice, and there's always a risk. But if you live in fear of what might go wrong, you'll end up doing nothing. Like the Greybeards up on their mountain. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonbane. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive longswords. Now they kneel, their ancient mission fulfilled, as the last Dragonborn contends with Alduin at the end of time. Are you paying attention, Delphine? You might learn something of our own history. I know the prophecy by heart. Once all blades knew it, when misrule takes its place at the 8 corners of the world. When the brass tower rocks and time is reshaped, when the thrice blessed fail and the red tower trembles, when the Dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls, when the snow tower lies sundered, kingless, bleeding, the World Eater wakes and the wheel turns upon the last Dragonborn.
Well, I'm gonna look around some more. See what the old blades left for us.
Yes, yes, that's an excellent idea. Who knows what other lost treasures we might discover.
So what he was talking about, there's like 2 little images here that kind of seem like extras. Just because, like, you know, it's not like exactly part of Alduin thing. Anyway, the third game in the Elder Scrolls thing, Morrowind, there was, or maybe it was before that. Anyway, the brass tower, what he said, there was, I forgot what it was called. It might be called the New Medium, but do not quote me on that. I probably forgot the name. There was like this, basically a gigantic golem robot thing made by the Dwemer, I believe. Yeah. and they were using the heart of Lorcan, you know, the heart of one of the gods. Yeah, Lorcan was killed off for his treachery, and his heart was shot with an arrow across the ocean, and went into the ocean and brought up a volcano around it. So that's where the Red Mountain came from in Morrowind. It is also known as the Red Tower. But like that monster thing that was built by the Dwemer, that was also called the Brass Tower. Like, it was used in like some kind of big war, and it destroyed a whole bunch. But it was also dismantled and destroyed later. This image looks like a gateway. It is, if you've seen the cover art for the 4th game, Oblivion, you will recognize that symbol. It is a gate to Oblivion, representing the Oblivion Crisis, where Oblivion was open and a whole ton of little Daedra minions came out and was wreaking havoc upon the world, specifically in Cyrodiil, and mostly headed by the Daedric prince Mehrunes Dagon, the Prince of War and stuff, I think. Anyway, in Cyrodiil and around that area was the White Gold Tower, which also 30 years back was destroyed by the Great War. So you have all these towers which are somehow important. I don't remember how. There are several towers. There's the White Tower, the Brass Tower, the Red Tower, which I just barely talked about. And there are other towers. The Crystal Tower is in Somerset Isles with the Altmer. The White Tower that he talked about, we don't know where it is. A lot of people are speculating that it is the mountain, the throat of the world. And when he was saying that when the Snow Kingdom, or the White, when the Snow Tower is crippled or fallen or something, basically I think it represents the war between the Nords and the Snow Elves, the destruction of the Snow Elves. So yeah, so once basically all of the towers have fallen, I don't remember how many towers there are. Before the Great War, the Crystal Tower fell, which belonged to the Altmer. And then the Thalmor rose in power shortly after. Anyway, but yeah, after all the towers fell, and when the Sons of Skyrim shed each other's blood, or like shed their brother's blood, so like the Civil War, then Alduin comes back. So yeah, that was the little prophecy thingy. Whole bunch of lore. Alright. I need to find out what to do next. Talk to Arngeir.
Hey, did you say something? You'll have to speak up. I'm a little deaf in my right ear.
You're in luck. There is a blessing the blades used on the eve of battle. It's supposed to prepare the mind for slaying dragons. I doubt the blessing's effects last for very long. So ask whenever you're heading out, and I'll perform the proper rites.
Cool.
Very good.
Oh yeah, something else that I totally forgot to talk about. The sword that I found in here. Dragonbane. 20 points of extra damage to dragons. 10 points of shocking damage to others. So, Daro'Mei's little story before her dad, who was a Blades agent, before her parents took her to the throat of the world to try to contact the Greybeards, you know, to like get counsel and stuff. It's like, hey, our daughter's dragonborn, what do we do? Or like, you know, what should we do next, type of thing. They hung out here in Skyhaven. Skyhaven? Yes, Skyhaven Temple. Just for a little while, and her father basically made and or enchanted this sword. That's what I would have done in the comics, so this sword would have like a lot of personal attachment to it. So yeah, so like, you know, it's like a gift from her father that she was able to find in here, probably with a note. And she was finally able to read the note herself because Mark and her other family were able to teach her. She's still learning, but yeah. Oh yeah, I already read that one. I got the bonus from it. Ooh. And I'm carrying too much. Ugh. I don't know what to get rid of, man.
Need something? Let's get going then.
Ugh. There we go. Let me see. Okay, I definitely don't need any of those. I don't need that one. I wish I could drop that one, but it is a quest item apparently. I need to look that up so that I can get rid of it. Don't need that. Okay, I at least have enough. Oh. Get rid of those. I don't need those. Let's go ahead and give them their things. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. I'm going to leave this here, and I'll be back. Bye.